So innovation is really what has gotten us here today. Wikipedia, which is one of my favorite places in the world to hang out, defines innovation as the act of introducing something new. The characteristics of innovators: they're not troubled by failure. And I think in our education system today, we have not let our students fail enough. They are working in advanced areas of their specialty. They're curious not just about their own specialty, but that of others around them. We've seen innovation all around us for centuries. The Impressionists, artists, mathematics, Isaac and Newton, music, the electric guitar, and recently, the Human Genome Project. There are 3 types of innovation. The most important of these is disruptive innovation, which we are seeing all over the globe today. How many of you have cell phone signs in your schools with a big X through them? Cell phone is a disruptive innovation. It changes what we do and how we do it. In fact, in the next 3 months, I'll be completely removing my home telephone, and my husband and I will only be using voice over the internet protocols and cell phone technologies to communicate with our friends and family and people around the globe. Another disruptive innovation is the airplane. It's significantly changed how we travel. And without it and this lovely little laptop in front of me today, this presentation would not have been possible because I live halfway around the globe. Horse and buggy, the car. Crossbow, musket. The telegraph and the phonograph are 2 technologies that are very old. And what we've seen is a convergence in our music and our telephone systems. The cassette came about and the telephone. There's that cell phone with the X through it. CD-ROMs, and of course iPod and MP3 players. And what we've come up with is the iPhone, which does it all. These are disruptive technologies. They change every day what we do. It's yet another example of a powerful form of technology entering our lives and breaking a bunch of rules all at once. Now, I've done enough talking. And if you're in my classroom, you know that the last 10 minutes that I've talked is more than I would in any class at any time in my school. So it's your turn. I know you didn't really think you'd have to participate, but I'm sure you're going to give it a try. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think about what you think is the most important technology innovation to impact the world in the last 100 years. Then I'm going to ask you to stand up, and with the person that you don't know that's in close proximity to you, have a 30-second discussion why you think that that's the most important technology innovation in the world in the last 100 years. Now we just did what we call in Canada is think, pair, share. Think about an innovation, share it with somebody close to you, and then share it with somebody else. And that's a great way to help students be participating in what they do in the classroom because they're not really put on the spot. They don't have to put up their hand and participate. But of course, I think taking risks is one of the things that we really want to encourage our students to do, so I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. Who wants to share? Internet, heard that a lot. Atomic energy, atomic bomb, computer.
Digitization.
Digitization, I think that goes along with multimedia. How about Google? Fiber optics, plumbing. Why are these technologies so important? Why are these innovations having such an impact? Absolutely 100% correct. It's not about the technology. It's about the people. And that's where we need to start when we start talking about technology in education. We cannot start with the technology. And I hope that by the end of the presentation today, I'm able to convince you of that. Some of the changes that happened in my grandparents' lifetime. My grandmother was born in 1906. Pretty powerful when you look at a list that lists the changes in one person's lifetime. What's the most important? Pre-internet technology innovation to impact education, teaching, and learning. Inventions that I think made a substantial difference in education. Braille, closed captioning, the typewriters up there, the telephone, books. Books themselves made knowledge available to students. Paper, and of course, writing instruments. What did these tools provide that was so relevant and important to our use of them in education? Writing allowed us to express our ideas in a different way. Paper allowed local storage for the user. Printing, mass production and distribution of content. Photos, sound, and film. Significant invention. They allow us to express ourselves in so many different ways. Libraries gave access to content that people in places otherwise wouldn't have access to that material. Personal portable access to the medium. I would love to be able to take my laptop with me everywhere and have every book ever produced available on my laptop today. Immediate communication. Televisions and phones allowed low-cost access to more elaborate and integrated content. And of course, paperbacks for personal mass publishing. What's the most important technology and innovation in the last 5 years? That's a little harder to do. And I want you to think about this one individually for a second, and then we're going to do the think, pair, share activity again. Think of different internet technologies, different communication technologies, or media technologies that might be in play here. The most important technologies is really not about any one technology. It's about our ability to integrate all of these different technologies and our ability to use them in fluid, dynamic, and adaptable ways that work for us. Now, this slideshow presentation will be available on the wiki that I've created. All of the materials from today's sessions, either from the keynote this morning or from the workshops this afternoon, will be available to anyone at any school, anywhere in the world. Why are these the most significant technological innovations to impact learning in the last 5 years? Because it's not about the technology, it's about the learning. It's about what it enables our students to do. It's not just about their learning, it's about our learning and the learning of everyone involved in the system of education today.